there's been a little bit of a scheduling change in things. So you got Ash Williams, Jason Voorhees, Victor Crowley, Jack Torrance, Miles Bloom, and of course Michael Myers. We had a tournament, but unfortunately we had too many horror guys that, you know, 8 people wouldn't count to qualify. So the winner of that tournament was Victor Crowley, but the other men in this match didn't have a chance to, you know, challenge him for that. So we're having an execution cell match to decide who should ultimately become represent the horror genre. So these are the leftover guys. Even though Jason and Myers are usually tag team wrestlers, they have every right to claim the throne as a horror king. As Freddie represented them in the tournament, he was unfortunately defeated by Brightburn, who then was eliminated, of course, by Victor Crowley in the end. And these are the leftover guys, but I mean, there's no leftovers here. Looks like Jason's going to start things off with Ash Williams. Who doesn't know Ash Williams? He's, of course, from Evil Dead, in case you didn't know. As Jason throws Williams, and Williams fires back with a right hand. Jason throws Ash like he's nothing. And again. You see Myers, Jason's usual tag team partner, getting all fired up. Crowley watching on in the corner. This is Miles Bloom's first time in one of these matches. Jason, of course, is a veteran of these types of things, as Myers is, as they've been part of our roster for quite some time. As a nice side Russian leg sweep by Ash Williams. Let's see who's going to join these guys to be the third wheel. Uh-oh. That's bad news for Ash Williams right there. As Myers steps in the ropes. But this is a course of elimination, so every man for himself. And of course, Myers, Jason, knowing the threat that Myers is, probably wants to eliminate his tag team partner. And if anybody can eliminate him, would be him, as he forgets about Ash. And Myers, I guess, didn't appreciate that very much, and he writes him up. And now Ash is at the mercy of the Horror Connection, as Myers throws him to the mat, and Myers goes to pick up the... Jason throws him to the mat, and Myers and Jason taking turns beating on Ash, and there goes Myers thrown out of the ring by Jason. So you can focus on Ash, who's going to be the fourth wheel to make this a four-way. Oh, it's going to be Jack Torrance from The Shining. Oh, Ash Williams is going to take a break, go back to the showers. Courtesy of the Horror Connection. Too much for him. As Jack Torrance is in there, and Jason throws Myers in. Jack Torrance with a right hand of his own to Jason. Now puts the boots to Myers, and now... Well, this is very interesting that Jack Torrance would be taking it to the Horror Connection, which he's... Uh-oh. And Torrance slammed to the mat by Myers, who goes right back to work on his tag team partner. Nerve hold. Jack Torrance from behind, getting Mike Myers. Myers with a backbreaker on Torrance, who's going to join this fray. And of course, it's Miles Bloom, which means the last spot goes to the guy who won the tournament in the first place. So far, we've only had one elimination so far, as Miles Bloom's getting a clothesline from Jason. Not quite enough. Don't let Miles' size or age or whatnot fool you. He's tough. As Torrance sends Myers over to the top and into the outside. As the last man waiting to come in is Victor Crowley. Torrance drags his feet, and we're about to get Victor Crowley in the ring. And he's going to be the fifth wheel, ladies and gentlemen, and this is going to be ugly. And Crowley decides to go to the ring. And he goes right after Miles Bloom first, picks him up and slams him to the mat. Gets a 1 count. Crowley and Bloom have not met yet in action yet. Myers celebrating on the outside in his destruction of Jack Torrence, who's not defeated yet, mind you. As Jason, Miles Bloom from behind takes down Jason and forgets about Victor Crowley, which is a dangerous thing when you're the size of him. Sidewalk slam by Crowley to Miles, and now Jason getting a little retribution of his own. And the pin by Crowley gets a 1 count. Myers is in the ring now. Myers, yep, I was right. Choke slam. Takedown. Torrence is in the ring as well, trying to figure out where he fits in on this equation. Now picks his spot. Decides not to get involved. It's probably very wise. And now Jack Torrence, where's he going after? Oh, Torrence goes after Miles Bloom. Sends him into the cell. Oh, and a neck breaker. As the Hard Connection are destroying each other in the ring. Crowley decides to go back after one of the two on the outside. As Jason goes to eliminate his fellow tag team partner. And there goes Myers back to the cell, back to the showers. In case you guys were wondering who the toughest member of the Horror Connection is, I guess seeing how Freddie was eliminated in the tournament, and Myers was just eliminated by Jason, I guess that means that Jason, by right, would be the toughest of the Horror Connection. Uh-oh. And Jason goes after Torrence. Crowley after Bloom. Bloom with a nice chin breaker. And Jason now with two eliminations. Possibly 3. Oh, a discus clothesline to Miles Bloom. Torrence going back to the showers. Maybe to take control of that hotel that he had. And Bloom is now going back to the showers. And it's down to Victor Crowley and Jason. Will Crowley continue to be the king? Will Crowley go represent horror, or will Jason represent horror in the tournament? Nice gut wrench suplex by Crowley. Uh-oh. And that takes him down. And now getting measured by Victor Crowley. Jason puts the brakes on that and says, I don't think so. And misses a side kick. He might regret that one. Just uses that power that he has, Victor Crowley, and slams him. This is Crowley's return to Dream Masters. He's been away for a little while. Uh-oh. And he sends him to the outside. And Jason stalks after him. Oh, Crowley sends him back into the ring. He decides he doesn't want him outside. But even in size, too, Crowley and Voorhees. Oh, there's a pin. And Jason, big kick out at 2. Stomp on the back of the head. And now on a nerve hold on Jason. And Jason, with a reversal, takes down Crowley. And kick to the chest. And misses that one. That might prove to be a mistake. Oh, wait. Jason recovers. Right hands. Sends him face first into the mat. And now goes for the pin. Gets a 2 count only. And misses the kick. And from behind. And a power slam. And Crowley picks up the win. And Crowley still is going to represent the horror genre. So I guess there's a reason there's no fluke.
Here is your winner, Victor the Barbarian.
Well, congratulations to Victor Crowley, who survives here twice, the tournament, and then in an execution cell. And now we're going to find out who's going to qualify as a performer. Stick around.